What up, y'all? I'd burn the horns in, but this shit's just as good. So we're gonna let this shit play for a minute. How we doing, y'all? It's Mystery Sunday. Chicken Police. Even though every day is like a mystery. Every stream. Just lately, we got Thimbleweed Park. We got this. That's all we're doing. That's all we got. Some Star Wars in there. Maybe. Shit was hard. So I hope y'all had a good weekend. We are here. I got my fucking Sherlock lid on. Let me move that over a little bit. It's lightning. Alright, so if I remember correctly, we hit up the club, talked to our girl Katsenko. Natasha? She looks like a Natasha. Natasha Katzenko. And she said to Selena, what's happening? What up, what up, what up? I'm pretty sure she said to come meet her at her crib. One of her cribs, because, you know, she's a rich bitch. And she's got multiple places. Anyway, so I think that's what's happening.
I knew she was trouble the first time I saw her. She wore danger like a perfume.
No. We're backstage.
It was simply part of her being.
What up,
and it
Nibbler?
attracted me, like light attracts the moth people. I wanted to be the microphone as she whispers her melodies, or the pillow she rests her feet on while reading some cheap romance. I wanted to be her nightdress, barely touching, barely covering her marble skin. But I was a cop, and a lifetime wouldn't be enough to rid myself of what a woman like her hides under her makeup. Keep your distance, Sonny. Just keep your distance.
No promises, boy. No promises. Let's take a look around here.
Gee, that is a unique picture, and kind of daring. I admit I've never seen anything quite like it before.
Yes, I admit it's a little daring. I keep it. It evokes good memories. A precious old friend of mine. A most wonderful artist.
He's got an eye, that's for sure, considering his model.
Was that supposed to be some kind of compliment?
I don't know. I don't compliment often. Not on purpose, anyway.
Oh, you're funny.
Nothing sneaking around anywhere? Alright.
You got a beautiful place here, Natasha. A peaceful little island on the ocean of madness, with very classy furniture.
Ibn likes me surrounded by elegant things, you know?
You're an elegant thing yourself, sweetheart.
Oh, that's charming. Thank you, detective.
I bet you spend a lot of your time staring into the mirror. Do you even recognize yourself?
Maybe you were trying to be rude, but, you know, that's a very good question.
I was just trying to be rude.
Oh, really? Well, then I'm sorry.
Don't mention it.
Why would be a dick? Alright, let's get into her.
This woman's aware of her charm, and she knows how to use it. A rare and dangerous combination.
Those green eyes, man. Let's talk
How do you
about the
like your
green
bourbon,
eyes.
Mr. Featherland?
In a glass. But thanks, I had a couple before I came. I feel like this may be a long night.
I hope it doesn't bother you if I have one myself.
I get offended if women don't drink in my company.
Oh, you are a funny guy.
So I've been told. Anyway, lovely room.
Yes. Look, Mr. Featherland.
It's sunny. Saves us a lot of time.
Okay, Sonny.
So, why am I here?
You know, men tend to babble in my presence.
It must be exhausting.
It is. But you're not the type to beat around the bush.
Is it too banal if I tell you it's an occupational hazard?
Terribly.
So can I start the unpleasant questions?
I've asked you here so you can do what you do best.
Really? I thought you asked because you wanted me to investigate for you. But if you'd rather be drinking...
You do have a sense of humor. How reassuring.
Only if I'm a bit hungover. That's usually quite common.
Oh, please drop the act about being the alcoholic, heartbroken ex-cop, Sonny. It would undoubtedly suit you, but I've seen you scanning my room. From the second you set foot in here, you started working, and everything I say gets sorted in your brain. Am I right?
That's a bit of an exaggeration.
Yeah,
but
we did. That's
something
exactly what we
like
did.
that.
Well then, Sonny, come at me.
Come at me, bro.
Well, that's something I don't hear often. With pleasure.
This might help us. Mysterious woman indeed seems dangerous too, but she's undoubtedly in serious trouble. Is she the source of the problem, or something else?
Natasha is a confident woman. I can exploit that. But I must be careful. Every part of her oozes danger.
Okay, she's confident. Okay.
That was a remarkable performance.
I'm glad you
It's kind of easy when
enjoyed
there's
it.
only one choice.
Do you perform here frequently? You're also the owner, if I'm not mistaken.
Sadly, I don't have the time, but the stage still calls my name, and I perform just a few times a year, and always with a new song.
So that was all the excitement.
I have many admirers, if that's what you mean. Yes.
Alright, so she's mysterious and confident. Let's talk about that
The
picture.
picture on the wall is quite daring.
Only if you knew how old I was at the time.
I think I'm on a slippery slope here.
That's
Come
creepy.
on, don't be shy. Ask me.
All right. How old were you?
Did you really believe I'd tell you?
You're quite a player, aren't you?
Life is anything but a game, detective.
You tell me.
Okay. We didn't lose any points, so that's good. Do we want to talk about her husband? I think we should talk about the admirers.
Do you think one of your admirers might be behind the threats?
Those who admire me usually idolize me. No, I don't think it's one of them.
You know, the soul of an animal is extremely complicated. Sometimes all it takes is a bad look or some small rejection to turn admiration into hate.
That's a stillborn theory. No one hates me if they once loved me, Mr. Detective.
Ah, I see.
She's cold. Okay, Sticks. What are you trying to make me do? Why, Deborah? Why didn't you come to me? Yeah, what's
Do you have any
anything hard?
material evidence concerning the threats?
You may think I'm irresponsible, but I didn't keep any of it. I simply couldn't bear to look at them.
Didn't you think maybe the police would need it?
I didn't think I needed the police. Moreover, do you think the girlfriend of Ibn Wessler could ever turn to the cops?
I see. So, what about me? How do I come into the picture?
It sounds ridiculous, but you're my last
Obi-Wan
hope.
Kenobi.
That does
Your
sound
only hope.
ridiculous, but I accept. My ego and old habits.
You can't do anything else, can you?
Something like that. A leopard can't change its spots. Deep behind the diamond skin lies the truth. It doesn't matter how hard Natasha's trying to hide it. She's scared. Now I must concentrate to finally find out what I want to know.
Yep. What are the deets?
What was in those threats, exactly?
The message itself is not a threat. It's just a word.
But a word again and again. is threatening.
Exactly.
So,
You really don't have any idea which word could be used for a woman like me?
I guess I do. Yes, I think I know what it could be.
Whore. Cat got your tongue? Am I right? You heard it. I said what you were thinking. And yes, that was in the message. That was printed on the paper and painted on my wall. In giant red letters.
Paint it red.
Well, thank you for your honesty.
Alright, she's scared. Lie low? I think we want to lie low.
I suggest you lie low.
What do you mean by that?
Until this matter blows over. Maybe you could put aside your ego and hide in Wessler's mansion.
Do you think I'm doing all this because of my ego?
Aren't you?
On the contrary, if I hid, I would give whoever wrote those messages what they want. And I'd let my fans down.
Well, that's vanity speaking.
You misunderstand me, Sonny.
Maybe I do. I could say I half understood you, but I think that would be an overstatement. How many fools like me have you used up, Natasha?
In all my life? Well...
I think,
I just forget it. I don't want to know. Curiosity killed the cat. No pun
I
intended.
think we nailed this one.
I'm just joking. You're not a fool, Sonny. I know that was supposed to be a kind of insult, but it usually rolls right off me. I can't take cock-a-doodling, so you can put aside the strutting stuff while you're talking to me.
Fair point. Broadcast received, ma'am. Natasha is a mysterious woman, but I must gouge out at least one of her secrets. Enough games. It's time to know why I'm here.
That was our only choice. Minus 60.
Let's stop beating about the bush. How do you know Molly?
I'm prepared for that question, but it's still not easy.
You knew very well that if you threw in the name of my wife, I'd come to you, no matter how vague and suspicious the case was. I just want to know if you're simply a manipulator, or you're really that desperate.
I really know her. I'm not lying.
Oh, really? How? Were you a nurse, too? Forgive me, but I don't think so.
Don't be rude and so cynical, Sonny.
I'm sorry, but that's me when feline claws are at my throat.
Molly is an old and good friend of mine. She has nothing to do with this, but I knew that if I didn't mention it to you, you wouldn't have come.
Yeah, Natasha, you're right there.
I knew you were a decent fowl, that you would help me. That's what you're famous for.
Don't go there. Flattery doesn't work.
Look, forgive me. I shouldn't have brought your wife into this.
You're right, you shouldn't have. But to be honest, I don't think she's my wife anymore. On paper she is, but I haven't seen her in years.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Really?
I did. I knew. I checked you out before I sent Deborah.
Cluck me. This case is getting more and more intriguing.
Cluck me. Should we just go right for it?
What exactly do you want from me?
You are really as good as they say you are. And I'm not selling lucky dips, Sonny. Find them, whoever they are, and...
Whatever it takes?
Not exactly, but something like that.
You know, if I didn't see the speck of fear behind the confidence shining in your eyes, I wouldn't take the case.
I'm not afraid.
You're terrified, Natasha. Don't be ashamed.
You must solve this. As soon as you can. Money's not an issue.
Wow, we fucked that up. Not bad, but not good. It's okay for rookie.
Natasha is a... That was a remark.
I'm glad.
Do you... So that...
I have many.
The place is very...
Why, thank...
I kind of...
Well, that depends on the
Oh, we didn't
kind
see any
of
of this.
museum.
I did cluck it up.
Kind with nice things.
Oh,
Suspiciously nice things.
do you think I'm suspicious?
We'll see about that.
Try me.
See, we didn't lose any points though.
What can you
It's like-
tell me about Ibn Wessler?
You should be more specific. What do you want to know?
Mhm.
How did you meet Ibn, if I'm not too intrusive?
Of course you're intrusive, but I guess that's an occupational hazard.
Well, yes.
I was a dancer here in the club, in Anita Jenkins' chorus. When she was in a good mood and allowed it, sometimes I even did her vocals for her, although she thought I was an upstart little whore.
Don't you see a correlation between your partner's activity and the threats?
That's a disappointing cop-like question.
I am a cop.
Yeah.
Yes, but you're different. You're too rough on the outside and too vulnerable on the inside for a regular cop.
Am I that transparent?
A little bit. My eyesight's better than most.
Seriously, Natasha, don't you worry about the possibility of a connection?
Of course I worry about it. I'm not stupid. Those who are clever learn to fear. I learned at a young age, before I even had the chance to live.
Gee, well, thank you for your honesty. Deep behind the diamond skin lies the truth. It doesn't matter how hard Natasha's trying to hide it. She's scared. Now I must concentrate to finally find out what I want to know. What was in those threats, exactly?
The message itself is not a threat. It's just a word.
But a word again and again is threatening.
Exactly.
So,
You really don't have any idea which word could be used for a woman like me?
You're a
I
whore.
guess I do. Yes,
You're a
I think I know what
fucking
it could
whore.
Whore. Cat got your tongue? Am I right? You heard it. I said what you were thinking. And yes, that was in the message. That was printed on the paper and painted on my wall in giant red letters.
Well, thank you for your honesty.
Oh, okay, so lie low wasn't the right answer.
Could the threats have anything to do with the dangerous relationship between you?
You mean I'm a cat and he's a rat?
Every interracial relationship has risk. But yes, this one's more conspicuous than most.
Clawville's a very open and free city, but I guess you see more radical transgressions than I do.
One of the most common causes in homicidal and predatory cases, ma'am. So, yes.
Well, I don't know about that. Nobody ever questioned our relationship openly. We are what we are. And you know, If you're interested in my personal feelings, danger fills our relationship with a flavor no other can replace.
It must be one interesting relationship, that's for sure. I'm not sure I can feel the same, but I can certainly understand it.
Maybe one day you'll experience it, Sonny. Have you ever been with a predator before?
Well,
Well,
that's unsteady ground, Natasha. Let's turn the questioning around if you don't mind.
as you wish, Sonny.
How many fools like me have you used up, Natasha?
In all my life? Well,
I just forget it. I don't want to know. Curiosity killed the cat. No pun intended.
I'm just joking. You're not a fool, Sonny. I know that was supposed to be a kind of insult, but it usually rolls right off me. I can't take cockadoodling, so you can put aside the strutting stuff while you're talking
I
to
like
me.
the cockle-doodle.
Fair point. Broadcast received, ma'am. Natasha is a mysterious woman, but I must gouge out at least one of her secrets. Enough games. It's time to know why I'm here. Let's stop beating about the bush. How do you know Molly?
I'm prepared for that question, but it's still not easy.
You knew very well that if you threw in the name of my wife, I'd come to you, no matter how vague and suspicious the case was. I just want to know if you're simply a manipulator, or you're really that desperate.
I really know her. I'm not lying.
Oh, really? How? Were you a nurse, too? Forgive me, but I don't think so.
Don't be rude and so cynical, Sonny.
I'm sorry, but that's me when feline claws are at my throat.
Molly is an old and good friend of mine. She has nothing to do with this, but I knew that if I didn't mention it to you, you wouldn't have come.
Yeah, Natasha, you're right.
I
Alright,
know-
we saw
Look,
this.
You're right.
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Really?
I did. I knew. I checked you out before I sent Deborah.
Cluck me. This case is getting more and more intriguing. You played me from the start, didn't you?
It wasn't my intention.
The fuck it wasn't?
I'm an old cock, Natasha. I've played too many of these games, and I've been on the losing side often enough.
So, you're going to walk away?
You're damn right. I don't know if it's worth it for me.
Look, Sonny, money's not an issue.
Oh yeah, your
She's a
father
whore,
had already
Selena.
mentioned that.
She's not a slut,
But
she's a whore.
unfortunately, it'll be hard to spend all that dough when I'm dead.
Dead? Don't even say that.
Do you have a gun?
Me?
Of course you, Natasha. Do you have it on you?
Not at the moment.
Well, let me give you some advice. Keep it with you, always. Maybe in your purse.
You don't think they, whoever they are, would hurt me?
Well, yeah.
Don't be naive, Natasha.
You're right. I'll keep it with me.
I don't want to scare you, but two cops snooping around can mess something like this up, even if it's just two roosters.
You'll keep snooping? Thank you, Sonny.
Maybe you're getting yourself into even deeper trouble with me. Thank me when this is all over.
Do we want to try one more time? Let's try one more time.
Natasha is a That was a...
I'm good.
So that...
I have many.
We got points
The
for this
picture
one. I
on-
don't remember.
Come,
All right.
did you?
You're quite...
Life.
You tell me.
We lost points for doing that one.
Do you think...
Though
You know...
that
Ah.
She threw it all. Let's go this
Why
one.
Deborah? She's a nice girl, but why
We didn't
didn't
even,
you come to me?
We haven't heard these yet
didn't you
either.
ask her the same thing already?
I did, but I like to hear it from all sides.
Well, Since this whole thing started, I admit I'm not too keen on leaving my home. When I do, it's only with an escort.
Ibn Wessler has nothing to do with this?
Ibn has everything to do with me. Almost everything. But I didn't want to upset him with this.
I mean, I guess you can be slutty and a whore, but...
Deep behind the diamond skin lies the truth. It doesn't matter how hard Natasha's trying to hide it. She's scared.
Hey, TK421, what's up, bro?
To finally find out
how we doing,
what I
man?
want to know. What was in those threats, exactly?
The message itself is not a threat.
We're debating
It's
whether or not
just
you can
a
be
word.
slutty and a whore at the same
But a
time.
word again and again is threatening.
Or if they're mutually exclusive.
So,
You really don't have any idea which word could be
Alright, we heard
guess
this.
whore. Cat.
well,
Alright, that didn't do us much good.
what about Filmar? Is he here because of you?
Mr. Lowe helped me before, and yes, he was the first I approached.
You've managed to curb my enthusiasm a little.
Doesn't keeping two irons in the fire give me
That's
a
a
better
great
chance?
That's a great show,
But
by
you
the way.
don't have
Curb Your
to
Enthusiasm.
worry. He didn't find anything. And he's not interested anymore, no matter how much I offer to pay him.
Why?
You'll have to ask him.
I think I'll do that.
Well, she's confident, so let's hit what she thinks.
So it's not a fan and not an inside job. Who do you suspect?
Aren't you supposed to know that?
Usually, yes. But I've got nothing to go on. And you don't have a hunch.
Maybe I do. But first, I want
Not
to
sure.
know
I
if
think
you'll
you could
even
be a
accept
whore,
my
but not
case.
look slutty.
I'm here, aren't I?
But you
That's
can look
true,
slutty,
but
though, and not be a
I
whore.
must know if I can trust you.
The proof of the pudding is in the eating.
You can't
I
really...
wish
I mean, I
it
guess
was that
whorish
simple.
is a look, but you really don't say
Natasha
something
is a
that's whorish.
mysterious woman, but I must gouge out at least one of her secrets. Enough games. It's time to know why I'm here. Let's stop. You.
I
Oh,
don't.
I'm.
Molly is an old and...
Yeah,
I knew...
Doug.
Look,
You're right.
I'm sorry.
Really. Cluck me.
Which one was the right one here?
What exactly?
You...
Whatever.
Not...
You know,
I'm not...
you're.
You must...
I mean, we improved. We improved. Let's roll with it.
Just one more thing, Sonny.
Natasha.
Was she Columbo?
Please,
Just one more
Come
thing.
to 37 Rochester Street in Flower Town tonight. I'd like to show you something that could be of a great help in your investigation.
I was afraid this was coming. Why there? Why not here and
I mean,
now?
she just says it in a
Something
Russian
I keep
accent.
hidden there.
Or Eastern
I
European
won't take the
accent.
risk of Ibn or one of his men seeing it.
Isn't Ibn too dangerous to keep secrets from?
Sonny, a woman is naked without her secrets. I knew you would understand.
Oh yeah, I understand everything. So, when do we meet? The night is almost over.
I'll be there in an hour. Don't be early, and don't be too late.
Look, Natasha, you know,
Please, this is very important to me.
sure, I get it. I'll be there.
Thank you.
Until later, Natasha.
Goodbye, Sonny.
I mean, she's got a see-through thingy on.
Why did you name it the Tsar Club when you took over? It was the Millions before.
Maybe you can guess my origins from my name and my accent. I come from the eastern Tsardom of Slavonia. We are
Stovania.
quite respectful of our leaders.
See?
You feel
Eastern
that's
European.
not the case here in Clawville?
Here? No. Absolutely not, Mr. Featherland. Many here don't even know the name of their king. To them, he's only the Fox King. It's quite disrespectful and rude.
There's some truth to that.
Where I'm from, we choose our leaders ourselves. And whatever they do later, we proudly stand by our decision.
So that's why the name, in respect to your country.
Don't take me for so sentimental. It's only partly the reason. We lived there until I was 14. Then we had to flee. It doesn't matter why. In the end, I was the only one who made it to Clawville. So the name isn't because of nostalgia or respect. More like a reminder.
So, why Deborah?
I could not seek you out in person. It was risky even to send Debbie.
It's too late now. Mr. Wessler is aware of my little
Both,
investigation.
Tom, both.
I'm sorry I got her mixed up in this. She's a lovely girl.
She looked like one.
Hobart. That's a nice name.
May I be brash?
It's New Year's Eve. Everything goes tonight.
Everything
Ibn.
goes.
Do you love him?
Kind of like getting thrown out of a bar, right,
Yes,
TK?
I do.
Whatever that means.
You can't understand this, Sonny. There are women who can't actually love. Not like they're supposed to. But that doesn't mean they don't love however they can.
That's not a real answer, is it?
Not really.
If you only accept yes or no, then yes, I love him.
Unbelievable, Tom. Unbelievable.
So this message,
I'm sorry I had to upset you, Sonny. But if I didn't take that step, would we be talking here right now?
well, probably I'd be dead drunk and counting sheepmen in my dreams.
Shit.
I'm good for you. You see?
I think it was Mothman earlier, too.
You're a real angel. Why just me? What's wrong with my partner?
Nothing in the world. I just like to be discreet. I wanted to talk to you in private because of Molly.
Well, thank you for your discretion. It means a lot.
Don't mention it.
So, who's this Olivia bird?
I know well what you're curious about. You want to know if she's sleeping with Ibn.
The thought may have crossed my mind.
You men. But guess what? Maybe she does.
You don't care?
As long as he loves me, I don't.
Well, that's your business. What do you know about her?
She's not the one threatening me. You can be sure of that. I know that was your next thought. The lovesick assistant is jealous of the boss's girlfriend and wants to flick her out of the picture. It would even stand up, but Olivia doesn't have feelings.
Yeah,
If
she's
she
too
let
old.
Ibn sleep with her, it's because she does what he says. Nothing more.
That was so honest and raw, I'm inclined to believe it. Seriously, how did you find me? Not even my boss knows where I live.
Although I didn't include Ibn in my little private mission, some of his resources were still available to me.
Yeah, let me guess. There's someone at the station working for him.
Someone? You're so cute when you're playing naive.
Have you ever had dealings with the police?
Not in this city.
And otherwise?
Does it really matter, Mr. Featherland?
Maybe it does. More than a little.
I'm afraid you'll have to unravel that thread yourself. But you will find nothing but a dead end.
Do you have a light, Natasha?
I'm sorry. I've never smoked.
Really? That's very uncommon in your line of work.
It was uncommon in all my previous lines of work, too. But I promise the next time we meet, I'll bring you a box of matches.
I might take you up on that.
No trouble at all.
Do you have a...
I'm re-
Alright, so I think we're done here. What did we just get?
Molly.
Okay, so she came from the old Eastern European place. So Filmar. He used to work for Natasha, but he got out of the case before the ground got too hot. Anyway, he kept a piece of evidence. Alright, let's go get that evidence. Use the next word. Oh, Olivia. Perfect devoid of emotion would preclude you from standing behind the threats. From standing, yeah. That doesn't mean she's not even slower. She's afraid her fear is genuine, but she isn't telling me everything regardless, and I don't like it. A weekend house to show me something in any other situation, I'd be glad about it, but in this case, I'm worried. The threat, or rather the threatening word in the message sent to Natasha is simply horror. It's brief, but says a lot. Sylvania and the Fox King. Hector the Third. Got fish. Canter Day was yesterday. You missed it. Come on. You're like all up over my shit. Alright.
Well?
Weren't you supposed to be waiting in the car?
I was bored to tears, Sonny. I also thought maybe something happened to you.
You thought Natasha had eaten me alive, huh?
Well, who knows? You're such a fragile little thing.
I'm too old for this, Marty.
Then next time, leave the dangerous predators to me.
I didn't mean that, Marty. I meant you.
Oh. Ah, this is the life, huh? What's this guy?
He looks like a coat hanger to me.
That was actually worse than the previous joke.
Heh, I tried.
Oh, it's you. How can I
Oh,
help
we gotta
you,
talk
gentlemen?
to Ibn.
Look, we really don't want to dig into your personal life,
The
but...
little guy.
But what exactly is my relationship with Mr. Wessler? And how close am I to him?
You don't beat around the bush, ma'am.
Well, actually, I remember.
I don't have time to chit-chat, Mr. Featherland. So yes, I'm not one to beat around the bush. And no, I'm not sleeping with Mr. Wessler.
Well, thanks for the quick and straight answer.
Anything else?
Before we miss it.
So, have you talked to Natasha?
In fact, yes. She was kind of mysterious.
I bet she was.
She has man
You
hands.
know,
Olivia does.
I've
She
never
does.
abandoned a case before. Not voluntarily, anyway. But that woman...
You're too old for this shit, huh?
As you say, pal.
That's exactly how I felt, too.
Before you leave, take this and examine it closely.
What is it?
The reason I've decided all of this is not worth it for me.
Wow, that sounds encouraging.
Take care of yourselves, guys. This case, maybe it goes deeper than you'd think.
Oh, that makes my feathers stand on end.
Ah, old croakers. You're safe while I'm here. Okay, I didn't say anything.
That says what all the time? That she's got man hands? Oh, I'm too old for this shit. Okay, Philmar needs to learn how to tie his tie. Like, what's going on here? Like, I'm not good at tying a tie, but I never have the back, the skinny part, shorter than the front.
The truth is, Ibn's a dirty bastard, but he's likable. It must be his charisma that snared Natasha.
Why aren't you a moderator?
Maybe
Tom?
there's more to it than simple wild love.
Who knows? Animals commit the dirtiest of deeds for wild love.
You've got a point.
Wonderful girl. Either I'm gonna kill her or I'm beginning to like her.
That's funny. I swear I've heard that before.
To be honest, me too.
So, Natasha invited us to her weekend house.
That's either very good news or very bad news.
50%. That's not that bad, is it?
That's an admirable attitude.
Attitude, yeah, he's got that. Most of the time, I think that's all he's got.
Hey,
Who is this woman anyway? She's like Ibn's shadow. Nobody knows anything about her.
I
Marty
don't know if
Banger,
she has
isn't it?
anything to do with the case, but it's worth keeping an eye on her anyway.
More women, more trouble.
You already fantasizing?
Even the sight of young women make me tired. Anyway, most people say she's the rat's lover too. But next to Natasha, I doubt he'd want her. Anyway, the pussycat would have already torn her to shreds.
Could be. Take care of yourself, old...
You're one to talk.
Do you come here often, Olivia?
No, not really.
Well, okay. Thanks.
You're welcome.
What's up about Ibn?
Ibn's not as ferocious as you'd think. On the contrary, he's become very different recently.
I
I'm a
heard.
little chilly.
Don't you find that weird? A sudden change of heart?
Sometimes an animal just has enough. Fed up and wants a change. I deeply respect that.
Well, thank you for your honesty, ma'am. What's your relationship with Miss Natasha Kutsenko?
We've talked a bit, that's all.
There's no tension between you? You know, the pretty secretary.
Well, thank you for your compliment, Mr. Featherland. No, no tension. Natasha's an intelligent woman. I respect her.
Is that mutual?
That I can't tell.
If
His
I'm not
weekend house.
mistaken, Natasha has a weekend house in Flowerville.
Yeah, that's right.
Can you tell me anything about it?
I've never been there. Allegedly, it's beautiful. Elegant and luxurious. Just like Natasha herself.
Of course.
look, Olivia, you know, last time...
Please, Marty, there's no need.
Yes, there is. I know I wasn't a gentleman, and I know I should have called you, but I was young and...
You don't have to explain. I wasn't waiting long for your call. I forgot about it fast.
That's good to hear, I suppose.
New personal info. Marty Banger. Marty dated Olivia for a short period, that's it. I don't know. I want to know more about this. Evan left the Czar Club suspiciously fast.
Excuse me, pal. My name is Santino Featherland.
Gabriel, what do you want? Chickens.
Do you happen to know where
Chickens.
Mr. Wessler went?
Do you take me for a fool? Get out of here while I'm in a good mood, birds.
Okay. Thanks, big boy. I'm sorry we disturbed.
Not at all. Have a nice evening, gentlemen.
Remember that old case with the fox and the raven?
How could I even forget?
Absurd, right? All that bloodshed for a piece of cheese.
Yeah, hunger can bring out the monster in animals, right?
And the wildest and most primordial instincts, no matter how civilized they seem.
As you say, Marty.
You know, Sonny, I love Laura, and I swear I'm gonna marry her one day. But I gotta admit, that Natasha woman has turned even my head.
I wouldn't mess with Laura if I were you, pal. Wouldn't even think about it. There are few women as dangerous as her, and not just because she's a predator.
You're telling me.
I wonder what kind of animal she is.
This is the life, huh?
Alright, I guess we're done here.
Hey, Big Nose, where did Mr. Wessler go?
Unfortunately, I don't know, Big Face. But I wouldn't tell you even if I did. Really?
Say, did anyone ever tell you that you're an irritating piece of sh...
Anything else, dear sirs? That girl is looking at me.
She's just looking at anyone who's
Yeah, no, you
glass
missed
is empty,
last
Marty.
week. We were
That's
making a
all.
bunch of horse jokes at him.
No, Sonny. She was staring at me like hard. Now, I saw it.
Marty, you're imagining things. Oh, wait a second.
You see that, right? She's looking right at us with those big, black, weird squirrel eyes.
Okay, Marty, don't panic. Just look elsewhere and walk away slowly.
Creepy little squirrel girl. Creepy little squirrel girl.
What if she's got something to say to us?
Have a good night, long.
There you go. Here you go, TK.
Listen, pal. Maybe if,
Did I stutter, chicken? Get lost.
Creepy little squirrel.
Creepy little squirrel girl.
Alright, I guess we're out of here. Ooh, we got something on Gabriel, huh? Quiet and Deadly. He's most likely from Slovenia.
we stepped into it, didn't we? We stepped into it, didn't we? Of all that's furry, what kind of a list is this?
Exactly. I have no idea, but I don't even want to find out.
Those names, all top dogs. Maybe they play cards together.
Sure, that's very likely. Anyway, I pried this list out of a dead man's hand. Somebody dropped him outside the forest, a few miles from the Wessler residence.
I should have known she was keeping secrets.
Keeping secrets? She's the secret herself.
Thanks, Filmar. This could be important.
Don't thank me. Maybe I've just signed your death warrant.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Oh, shut up, Marty.
Okay, so we couldn't go until we looked at that. All right. The list of all the imposing names, whether it's something to do with Natasha, and thus with the threats too. I recognize only a few names on the list Filmar shoved in my hand, but all of them belong to the respective legal club. Could be a wedding roster, but I doubt that's the case.
Ooh, a nice cup of coffee a la Zip, huh?
We're not here for the coffee, Marty. Zip always knows more than what he lets on. It'd be worth interrogating the old trash panda.
If he forgave us for wrecking his joint last time.
He'll never forgive us, Marty, but we helped him out of trouble so many times, he's not gonna have any choice.
I hope you're right, old bird.
Ah, jeez, boys. Out of 2,000 joints in the city, you had to end up here, huh?
We've already been here,
Hello to
haven't we?
you too, Zip. How's it hanging?
I had no problems until now.
Ah, don't be such a drama queen. We just want to ask you a couple of questions, then we're out of here.
And we won't even trash your place this time. What do you say?
I say let's get it over with very, very quickly, chickens.
Relax, pal. We'll be as fast as a hummingbird.
I'm not your pal, and you're as far from a hummingbird as I'm from a polar bear.
Oh, come on, Zip. Don't be so hard on yourself. Look what we found, Zip.
Furry hell, who'd you beat to death for that?
Beat to death. Who do you think we are? We simply confiscated it.
You sneaky broilers, I'll give you $50 for it.
Don't make me laugh. It's worth 3 times that.
Oh, come on, give me a break.
Tough luck, Trash Panda.
Look at that guy.
We also ran into Filmar.
Filmar? Who's that?
A grumpy
He's with the
old
creepy
raggedy-ass hawk. His manners are even worse than mine. Ring a bell?
You mean Marlowe?
Was Marlowe. Now he goes by Filmar Lowe.
Oh, I see. So that means he's still alive? I'm almost not surprised. The old guy has a reputation of being indestructible, huh?
He is. And he gave us something that could mean something. Look at this, Zip.
Holy crap, what's this? The guest list at a king's birthday party?
Hey, that's not even a bad guess.
What do you make of it?
This piece of paper's from so high up where I've never been myself, boys, so don't ask me.
We spoke to Natasha. She's scared.
Well, it's not good life insurance to be the girl of the most powerful gangster in the city.
It's not about that. Someone's been writing offensive messages to her. She feels threatened.
I only know that every second husband in the city wants to have her, and every second wife wants to wring her neck because of that. Nothing else.
Thanks, Zip, but we're not any further ahead.
But not further back, right?
Call, Zip. Good call.
So, out with it. Stop winding me up. I'm almost consumed by all this excitement.
We've just come from the Tsar Club, Zip. Who do you think we met?
If I can guess one, I'd say, was it His Majesty Hobart Ibn Wessler, the Rat Prime himself?
That on, pal.
What a surprise. So, what do you want to know? Just because I don't know anything.
Course you don't. Just a couple questions.
Go on, boys. Hurry up, will you?
All right. So if I remember correctly, the timed one there means things gonna go away. So you gotta do it first.
I don't know, Sonny. What exactly are we doing here?
Let's hope we can learn something about Natasha and Ibn by sniffing around before we visit that weekend house in Flowerville.
Learn something? From Phyllis and Roy's?
Well, I wasn't exactly thinking about them.
Yeah, figures.
How's it going tonight, boys?
Uneventful so far, Sonny. But now that you're rolling together again, I suppose we'll have some excitement to look forward to.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Are you kidding? Last time you shot up a theater, and, if I remember correctly, each other.
That was a, complicated evening.
Aye, sure. Complicated.
Complicated.
Do you want to hear some juicy gossip, boys?
Always.
Deputy Malloy got so drunk, he fell asleep on the toilet. It took them an hour to find him.
Stupid oaf. So that's why Blood Boil
I mean, we've all done it.
Yeah, aye, and he's in a pretty sure mood
We've
because he
all
had to
fallen
come in
asleep
on
drunk
New
on the
Year's
shit.
Eve.
Just our luck.
No. Your luck is that he's too busy to care about you two lovers right now.
Right now.
Ah, yeah.
Well, keep up the good work, boys.
Or this hanging around thing you do.
Thanks,
It gets
chickens.
funny.
So soon? That was fast.
Almost a record.
Sorry, Mon. We're just here for a little, info.
When are you not here for that, boys? How about wish me a happy birthday for a change?
What? Is it your birthday today?
Of course not. Don't be silly, Marty. You know exactly when it is. We've talked about it a dozen times.
Yeah, of course I know.
Yeah.
So, could you help us with this and that?
Of course, boys, but be quick about it. I'm in over my head with paperwork and blood boils breathing down my neck.
We'll be quick like a hurricane. Guess who we met today? In person, Mon.
King Hector III?
Even better. The one who commands the king.
Wait a minute. Hobart Wessler?
Damn right. Hobart Ibn Wessler in the flesh.
Wow. And you're still alive. That's quite an accomplishment.
But seriously,
We made it.
have you heard that he wants to get out of the black market business? Allegedly, he's trying to clear his name with some kind of new meat substitute.
His name's gonna be rather difficult to clear.
It's a heroic and impossible venture.
I haven't heard about it, but it's an interesting addition to what I know.
Which is?
Ibn's been acting very strange lately, and he left most of his business dealings to one of his goons, Mickey. Also known as the Butcher, the Mongrel, and the Slayer.
Yeah, we once had the pleasure of meeting him.
That's all I know, boys.
Mickey the Butcher.
I know it's not very much, but it's something, I guess. I'll keep my ears open.
Thanks, Mon. Listen, Mon, a reliable old friend shoved this into my hand. Could you take a quick glance at it?
Quite an imposing list. What could those numbers mean? It could be a date even, but no, this is something else.
That's what we were thinking too, and we got nowhere. But you see a lot of documents. So, is there anything familiar about this?
Unfortunately not, boys. The names are imposing indeed, but based on this, it could be almost anything. The richest of the rich get together on all kinds of excuses.
Huh, it must be a secret cult.
It could be, of course, but also anything else. I'm
Alright,
sorry I
TK,
couldn't help
I'll holler
you
at you,
more.
buddy.
Ah, don't mention it, Mon.
We're getting ready to call
Thanks
this
for
a night
your
anyway,
time.
too.
Or, wait a minute. There is something.
Oh, stop teasing us, Mon.
I'm sure you've noticed that all the names in the list are men, right?
Yeah, of course we noticed.
Thanks for the observation, Monica.
Don't mention it. I'm just a receptionist.
Alright, they're all men.
We saw a pretty good show at the SAR Club tonight.
Good for you, I guess. Natasha?
Natasha. She performed a new song. She also sang about why she called us there. Or rather, me.
And?
That's confidential, Dollface. Anyway, I can't help wondering about that woman. Her past is a mystery, and I couldn't draw much out of her in person either.
Women like her always have something to hide, Sonny. I think that's exactly what makes men fall head over heels for them.
I know another broad who's all mysterious.
Oh yeah? What's her name? I'll look her up if we have a file on her.
Marty, shut up.
Oh, you mean me, right?
All mysterious, full of secrets, and grace.
I didn't even hear that, Marty.
Do we have a file on a woman called Olivia Blackwig? She's currently working as Ibn Wessler's assistant.
We don't have a file on her, but there are a few Blackwigs that could be related to her. Mountain goat, crow, or caiman.
Crow, around 30 to 35. A very pretty socialite.
Maybe we have a catch then. Theodore Blackwig was a rather influential banker until he went bankrupt. He died a few years back, but his daughter could have ended up in the same social circles as Ibn.
And since they lost their money, she took a job as his assistant.
Yeah, it would fit the picture. But it's a big city, Sonny. There are maybe more than one Crow family with a Blackwig name living here.
Thanks, Mon.
I'm glad I could help, boys, as always. If it doesn't take a lot of my time, that is.
We know, we know. We're not even here anymore.
Do you still remember Philmar?
Do you mean Philip? Of course I remember. He's got quite the reputation with that Philmar alias.
We just met him. Small world, huh? Do you know what he's up to these days?
Yeah, as far as I know, he's investigating petty blackmail cases and sneaking after poor bastards cheating on their wives.
Anything else? Did he get mixed up in something that stirred up a storm recently?
Yeah, I don't know about that. We haven't seen him at the PD for a while. He's usually a frequent visitor. Why? Did he run into some fishy business again?
Possible, Bosco. But I'm not sure he'd want to make the same mistake.
Wise decision.
Listen, Bosco, what do you make of this list?
Maybe it's the guest list of some fancy ball. These are some
No,
rather
it's young and
influential
it started.
names, the ones I recognize anyway. Movie stars, politicians, a few names from the Council of 12 even. if I'm
Just
not
hold on,
mistaken.
Fish. We're almost done.
You're not.
Are you blackmailing them? Because if you are, I'll gladly accept a nice big juicy bone in exchange for my silence.
Stop screwing around, Bosco.
These
It
pants
has
are
nothing to do
undone.
with our case.
Which is what, exactly?
We're still not gonna tell you.
Listen, Bosco, what have you heard about that singer, Natasha Katsenko?
You mean that little bimbo fooling around with Ibn Wessler? They say she's the jackpot. But I've never been into cats, you know?
You couldn't be more racist if you tried, Bosco.
Don't misunderstand me. I don't have a problem with cats at all. I'm simply allergic to them. I can't stand being around them. I don't even take cases with cats.
Good for you. I should have used that excuse myself.
Why? Is your investigation related to her?
What? No, of course not. We just came from her show. That's why I asked.
And what's she like?
Well, I guess your cat allergy would go away for the rest of your life if you met her.
Really? Maybe I'll have a go and see for myself one day.
Blood boy.
I wholeheartedly.
Okay. So no blood boil.
Hey, big guy.
Hey, Cox, what's up?
Hey,
Back here so
Cox.
soon? Did you get nostalgic?
I was
all of
such a
sudden,
5-year-old.
Sonny?
I'd rather be anywhere else than here, Bosco, but we're sniffing around on a case.
Who? Are you trespassing again?
Who? Us? What are you thinking?
Just an old case. Still open. Not official, but not active either. We're not bothering anyone. You know, old habits die hard.
I know. I'm just messing with you. So, how can I help you?
All right, I think we're done here. Council to monarchy, Clawville. Actual power just aside from the king or in the hands of the Council of 12. Or as most animals think entirely, and the king himself is only a puppet and a symbol. The members of the council are the mightiest animals in the city after the king, employing not only politicians, but influential businessmen as well.
Well, if there's one thing I'd learned during
We're gonna
20
wrap it
years
up
of
right here,
detective
y'all.
work, it's that if someone wants to meet you at a remote location at night, you should bring an army for backup. One time, me and Marty were stupid enough to underestimate a situation like that, and we never really recovered. And yet, here we were again, about to step alone into something hauntingly familiar. Only one tactic remained, as the old dogs say. Balls to the wall.
It's pretty funny coming from a cock.
This place gives me the creeps.
I wouldn't say I like it either.
Let's take a look around before we go inside.
Textbook.
I'm telling you, it's a trap.
Shut up, Marty.
Alright, yeah, we're going to stop right here, guys, before we get into anything cool. Because, as you can tell, something cool just happened. But we'll have to wait till next week, y'all. Drop a like if you haven't already. We got 4 likes. Drop a sub if you're new. I'm out of here.